Get in. We're healing. Guys, happy and healthy Monday. Welcome to the Bird Brain Podcast. I wanted to talk about meeting people where they are. Those family functions that you have to go to, that you're obligated to go to, you always know that somebody at that function is going to say something reckless, or they will do something that potentially makes you uncomfortable. You say, I'm going to take my own car so I can leave when I need to. Or say there's this friend that likes to go out and party all the time, and they invite you out, but you're like, hey, how long are you planning on staying out? Or who's all gonna be there, because you may not vibe with everybody that's going. When you say, hey, I'll meet you there. You know, meeting someone where they are is not forcing them to change to meet your expectations. Instead, seeing someone for who they are and what they do and how they move, and deciding, am I gonna attend or am I gonna skip out? Because we subconsciously know what we need from others. We subconsciously know what we're seeking from someone else. Sometimes when we meet people, we care about them so much, or we want so much for certain things to operate for us. We want things to be as smooth as possible. When we do that, we overlook who someone is. In other words, we avoid red flags. We avoid or ignore what someone else may need, what their expectations are, what they're willing to do and what they're not willing to do. We do all these things, and what happens is we become a passenger in our own lives. Instead of us taking our own car to a relationship, we become a passenger in our own lives. We allow ourselves to adapt and be accommodating of their habits, mannerisms, their traits, their effort or lack thereof. And if it doesn't align with us, what happens is resentment starts to come up, frustration starts to come up, friction starts to come up, a lot of it, disagreements, disappointment. And the truth of the matter is when someone shows you who they are repeatedly, and you say, this person keeps hurting me, you're hurting yourself because they're consistent. When someone is consistent in who they are and understanding that we are all consistent, we are all creatures of habit. So therefore, how we present ourselves is usually who we are, truthfully. We may present a different persona for only a given amount of time, but people as a whole always choose the path of least resistance. This has been working for me for all this time. I'm not gonna change. It doesn't work for me. And when you meet someone where they are, you now get to decide if this aligns with my life and aligns with what my needs are, because you're not looking to adjust, right? You're looking for someone to meet you with who you are. We don't go out into the world looking to change ourselves necessarily. We go out into the world and we want to find something that fits our narrative. You're not saying to yourself, hey, I'm going to go out into the world and I want somebody to change me. No, I'm going to go out into the world and I want to find something that feels good. It could be a job, it could be a relationship, anything, food. I want to go find something that fits my needs in this moment. Remove the desire, remove the blinders in terms of how you see others and what someone is showing you. Driving down a highway, right? You're in your own lane. Okay, this person's in their own lane, they're in their own lane. You cross over into someone else's lane, and you speed up, and you ride their bumper. And you expect them to speed up because you want them to speed up. They're just driving their own pace and they're in their own lane. Instead of you crossing over back into your own lane, you are now frustrated with them that they haven't sped up for you. Accept things for what they are. You don't expect things to be something else. You decide along the way if this aligns with who I am, what my needs are. And allow people to meet you where you are too. I'm not saying that you have to completely change. What I'm saying is when you meet and when there's a meeting of the minds and a meeting of the spirit, meeting of intentions, two people are allowed to drive together. We create a space in our lives for other people to feel comfortable, and in that we put ourselves out. You cannot create peace for someone else that's constantly creating conflict within yourself, because that's not their peace either. And sometimes the best thing you can do is remove yourself for yourself and for the other person. In order to meet someone where they are, you have to know who you are, and you have to be okay with that without having to adjust. You can be present, but if it costs you your peace, you're not showing up, and that is okay. One of the things I always say is, don't stand in my doorway. You can come in, or you can leave. Just don't stand in the doorway. Take care of yourself. And I want you to ask yourself this week, am I meeting people where they are? Are people meeting me where I am? Or am I trying to force a puzzle piece into this puzzle and it's from a completely different puzzle altogether? Be aware and take your own car. I hope you guys have an amazing week. Hope you guys take care of yourselves. Most of all, I hope you guys take care of each other and you meet each other where you are. Take flight.